I can be kind of intuitive, quite a lot actually sometimes. Anyway, one time my neighbor, he has two sort of PTSD German Shepherds that he rescued, and I love them. They're very comfortable with me, but you know, not with everybody. they scare everybody who comes over pretty much. Anyway, one time he had them at his wife's house. She lives, they're married, but they don't live in the same houses. Anyway, so the dogs were there, and he had just had surgery, and that's why the dogs were at her house, and brain surgery. Anyway, he's still okay, which is good, sort of. He's strange, but he's okay. But so the neighbors next to the wife's house were doing construction, and she said, you got to make sure I've got, like, she has like 5 dogs, so now she had 7 with his 2 dogs. I've got 7 dogs here, you got to be careful. I said, oh, yeah. And then they weren't careful, and there was a big hole in her fence, and Wyatt, the older dog, escaped, and she didn't realize it. And he went off, and this is in West Hollywood. He went somewhere, and no one knew where he was. And my neighbor, he was beside himself. He was so worried. And so we posted in whatever it's called, Nextdoor. I put a picture on Facebook. He put pictures, and his wife put posters up everywhere. So one day, this is like 2 or 3 days later, I said, have you heard anything? Has anybody found Wyatt? And he said, no. He goes, I'm just sure he's going to be dead. You know, he's going to get scared, and he's going to run out into the street, and he's probably already been killed. And I said, oh, Bruce, I really pray that you're wrong. And he said, from your lips to God's ears, make me a fucking idiot. And I laughed. And you know, it was him saying that he wanted me. And I said, I feel like Wyatt is still alive. I feel like Wyatt's still alive. I can feel him. I don't feel like he's dead at all. And that's when he said, you know, from your lips to God's ears, make me a fucking idiot. Anyway, so then the next morning, there's honking, because he lives up a hill right near my house, so he has to go past my house, and I'm still in bed, and I hear this honk, honk, honk. Nobody drives on my street. It's private, anyway, except for him, you know, and you know, Amazon or something. But anyway, so he's honking, 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 and so I get up and I'm like, what's going on? He goes, look in the back seat, and I look, and there's Wyatt and Doc and Wyatt, their father and son, named after, you know, the cowboy movie. Anyway, Wyatt was in the back of the car, and I looked at Bruce. I said, oh my God, Bruce, you got your prayer. And he said, what prayer was that? I said, you asked God to make you a fucking idiot, and he did. And Bruce started laughing, which I guess was hard because he had only had brain surgery a few days before, and then he drove off. Anyway, it was cute. So sometimes, you know, it's good to be intuitive, and sometimes it's good to pray for something that is funny.